was Ronald Reagan. Several people go, who was that talking? It's Ronald Reagan. That's who that was talking about Department of Education.
He is so good at talking. Like, I can literally listen to his speeches.
He was brilliant. Well, that was, you know what? Much like Trump, he was a show business. You forget. You probably don't remember.
I wonder what Reagan thinks of beautiful numbers.
That was so weird. 40
number.
is a great number. It's one of the best. It's right after 39 and just before 40, which is fantastic. It's the best number.
It's a number the likes of which nobody's ever seen.
It's just like, what? The generals, they picked it out. Did they?
The curvature of the number, beautiful, gorgeous.
Like, what does that have to do with anything? No, it's the number. It's great. It's fantastic. The Chinese will never see it coming. It's because they can't see 40. That's why we picked that one.
They can see 39, but not 40. 40 is the limit.
It's over.
They can't even count to 40.
It's like so bizarre.
We have lost the plot.
I'm like, what are you talking about? What's the, what was the, it's the F40. They picked F.
It's a beautiful letter.
Because it's right there in the alphabet.
So beautiful. Even Jeff Malinoff has 4 of them in his name.
That's right.
That's how gorgeous it is.
Just fantastic.
Yeah.
You're going to love the word F for fun. Like he's count. Remember, was it Countula or whatever it was in Sesame Street?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2,
I forgot about him.
F is for 4,
3 4s.
It was purple.
That's Trump. Trump said F is great. You love it. Enjoy it. So I'm excited about how much was it? $26 gazillion?
$20 billion, but some experts are weighing in saying that's actually just going to be the start.
Well, yeah, because what's that other one, right? The Raptor. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't it like $1 billion a plane?
Yeah, the Raptor is under construction, and then there is a new bomber.
Yes.
The B-21 aircraft. That now that's going to cost at least $130 billion.
Yeah. If we know anything about government, they like to spend. And they like to spend more. And they like to take it and say it's going to be $8 billion.
Yeah.
And then you're like, it was wrong. I was off a little bit. How much? I need another $460 billion. That wasn't wrong. You were like super wrong. So I want to see what is it? It's probably $20 billion for the development of it.
Yeah. It's $20 billion is what one expert said. That's the seed money. The rest, there will be more to come. Total cost coming down the road will be hundreds of billions of dollars, according to Dan Grazier, a military procurement analyst who spoke with the Associated Press.
That's a lot, man. Got the money. Talk about waste, right? Let's just get it done. Let's see what it's like.
I like how Trump says, we've been flying this thing around for about 5 years now, secretly.
Well, then it's already paid for and done. Because some of them, it's interesting when you find out how they do contracts. Some of it is you go to them and say, I've got this idea. This is what it's going to look like. And they'll seed the money. Mm-hmm. Some of it is you build these things and say, what do you think of this? This is what we want to do with it. And it's going to cost you this. And they say, all right, we'll do it. And then we go and sell all of our old stuff to other nations.
Yeah. I've got a cut from him where he said, we're going to sell it to our allies too. However, we're going to, it's only going to be about 10%. Because he said, one of they may not be our allies someday.
It's very interesting. I was watching a person talk about like how we sell stuff to we change all of our stuff up. We don't give them everything.
Right.
But Israel knows everything. And when we give them and sell them stuff and they say, whoa. This F-34 is an I. You guys have the other one. We want that one. And we're like, no. You're not getting the whole thing, man.
Exactly.
First of all, how do you guys know that? Well, because we spy on you. That's what friends do. I'm trying to find out what time this thing is tomorrow. What time it starts.
I believe Chris Hand has the flyer on his X.
I think it says 1 p.m. So here's the social media post. Indivisible,
Tennessee.
Yeah. So So I think it's. I just
1 p.m. local time. It says.
Okay. So I should get there.
Yeah.
Tesla takedown in Chattanooga.
So
Can't get up too early for those unemployed people.
well, no. I mean, they're busy, and you got to bus them in.
Yeah. Let's see. They're going to be in Knoxville, Chattanooga, Franklin.
I was there today. I was in Franklin today, and over seeing our buddies over at Contours. I went and did the thing where, God, the red light. Oh, it's so cool. You do the red light, and you lose inches. Oh, I lost 4 inches. I was like, what?
I like that.
My shirt feel. Oh, dude, it is the most incredible thing, and it feels so relaxing, good. But I was asking Keith, the owner. I said, "So where is the Tesla from here?" He goes, "Oh, it's just up the street." Because when I drove by. So we went out to King's the other night and had a really cool event out there, and you guys should come out. And there's a sports station was out there, but we were all out there. And when we were driving back, the mall, my wife goes, "Look at all those Tesla trucks." And I said, "Why is it?" And I guess they've moved some of them there kind of to protect him. So because they had a bunch of people out and around him. I'm telling you, man, something's going to happen that is going to be sad because somebody is going to, first of all, there's going to be somebody who wants something, like my little brother, who wants something to happen.
Oh, yes.
And then there's going to be somebody who thinks they're going to be all that in a bag of chips, and they're going to run up against somebody who is waiting for that moment.
Right.
And it's going to end poorly.
Very well could.
I mean, because there is there's a thing called, I think it's called Tesla Quest or something like that. It has every name of every owner of a Tesla and their address. Essentially, they're doxing them. And they've been putting it out there, which is horrible because it's not like, doxing's bad already. If you guys know what that is, essentially that's you're spreading out everybody's information to the world. Here's they are, here's where they live. But you're doing in this because you want to go harass people. And that right there, to me, is sickening because you're going to have an issue where, like I said, you're going to show up at somebody's house and you're going to think you're out there doing the right thing and you're complaining because Elon Musk is evil and blah, 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 blah. And what's going to happen? You're going to pay the price for it.
So earlier this morning, Libs at TikTok posted someone in Seattle was driving their Tesla and this lunatic cuts them off in the middle of the road and confronts them in the middle of the road saying sell your Nazi car. It's now you're going to kill someone if you do that.
Yeah, well, exactly. Or that guy's going to get out thinking he's all that, and some dude's going to get out and go bang, bang.
Yeah, because that's self-defense.
Well,
totally. He doesn't know what that guy's going to do.
No. And these people are idiots, so they don't realize these cars have cameras all over these things.
For good reason.
Yeah, for reason. So when you see people come up and spit on them and do all kinds of horrible, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. And the 3 that they caught, those people, as Aaron Katursky was explaining there, Ken, one of those guys, I mean, they have Molotov cocktails. Mm-hmm. One guy had a manifesto, and the other guy had high-powered rifle and ammo.
Yeah.
This is not, I'm going to go stand in front and do my first, have my First Amendment right to protest this and say, hey, you know what? I think Elon's bad. Because you know what? Do that. Knock yourself out. I got no problem with that. That's the beauty of our country is our First Amendment right. When Bud Light did what they did, people spoke up. And you know what? They didn't go and spit on the Bud Light guy. They didn't go tell everybody, hey, we know you drink Bud Light. We're coming to your house and you better stop it or else. They didn't do any of that stuff. They said, hey, we're not going to drink it. We don't think you fit our values. And in that, this is something different. Mm-hmm. And you've crossed the line. And yes, I know that Kid Rock shot a whole bunch of the beers.
It's a little different.
But he bought the beers and it was in his backyard. He wasn't shooting. He wasn't telling. He told people, F you, Bud Light, and blah, blah, and Anheuser-Busch. And then, of course, he sold it in his bar.
Yeah.
There was always, I saw him on Rogan. He's like, oh, yeah, that's long gone now. I don't care about that. You know, so much of it's theatrics.
So he has a place down in where my parents live at. And
okay, settle down with your braggadociousness.
I'm using this as an example. He is one of the nicest, humblest people you would ever meet. Just one brief interaction, he's just humble.
He is he's a good dude. Didn't he help design, like, that's his whole thing with that golf course, right? Like, he wants it to be kind of
him and Luke Bryan helped design it.
Have you met Luke?
I actually have.
There we go. See what I'm saying here?
My dad and I golfed right behind him, and he just, like, people were going slow, and he just drove up to us and like, hey, sorry, these guys are slow in front of us. He was golfing with his son. His son's a great golfer. And just, like, leaned on, like, just super casual guy, didn't think much of it, like, just super friendly.
All right, well, there you go. See, look at that. Yeah. So, well, I bet if they drive Tesla, you know, that's like, those Tesla trucks, though, they're a trip.
They look cool. I got them because they
seem to be the ones that most people are pissed at.
Well,
for whatever reason.
They stand out the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. You can tell that's a Tesla car from a mile out.
I saw a lady the other day who went and keyed a car, and she thought it was a Tesla, and it was a Rivian.
She thought it was?
It was a Rivian.
That's funny.
I'm like, oh, you people are idiots. People walking across the street to spit on something. Oh, jeez.
What kind of ego do you have in yourself that you think you're so above these other people that you can do that? Like, that's the mindset in my mind. Like, what's the mindset of, like, I can do this because they're the bad ones?
I have no... there's moral mountain that they get it, you know, they're on, right? On their high horse on the moral mountain, that they somehow think that they're doing something, and what it is part of it's desperation, because they feel like they've got no control. Democrats have no power. They feel like they can't stop anything. Their only hope is the courts. Elon is doing stuff, and they're being told in their bubble, right? And everybody lives in some sort of bubble anymore, and that's a sad thing. That inside of that bubble of you know, crazy liberal progressive wackiness, that all these horrible things are going on because those people are selling fear because it gets them clicks, likes, and views, and then people feel desperate and they do stupid things because they have no other power.
Yeah, and Keith in the text line saying, "Yeah, but we the Bud Light thing, like we didn't set fire to a Budweiser plant."
No, you didn't.
Which is exactly what the Democrats did with a Tesla store. You lit it on fire.
Yeah. And by the way, it's. You're not only putting people at risk. This is a place that employs many, many people, right, across the country, including places like Fremont and several other places where they employ people where they're giving them, you know, like men of valor, second chances. People have been in prison, and you seem to be fine with those people paying the price potentially for, you know, maybe losing their jobs because you're desperate. You have nothing. And you feel like things are out of control. So it'll be interesting to see, like Ken said, there's going to be a bunch of people there tomorrow. You're going to have the looky-loos. You're going to have people that are probably going to come and protest against the protesters. But you're also going to have some wackadoos, because you get wackadoos everywhere. And there's always somebody who wants to free Myanmar or Burma or whatever it's called this week. Always.
Yeah. It'll always be Burma to me.
Oh, my goodness. So much fun here on a Friday. A lot of stuff still squeezed into this hour. Got Ken's news coming up here as well. If you're missing the show, we say shame on you. Grab the podcast. It is the Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 99.7.
Murphy brings the high fastball to close out your workday on the Matt Murphy Show.
Our liberal friends are choosing to ignore about any and all of this. The double standards and the hypocrisy. I mean, I can't get to all.
This afternoon from 3 to 7 and streaming on the Super Talk 99.7 WTN app.
Rough Greens, ruffgreens.com. Vitamins, minerals, probiotics, omega-3, 6, 9, all of this incredible stuff packed into an amazing supplement that you give your dog on a daily basis. Right now, you can get a Jumpstart trial bag of Rough Greens for free. It's a $20 value. All they ask you to do is cover the cost of shipping and take the 90-day challenge. Now, the 90-day challenge, first 30 days, what you're going to know is the energy level of your dog and how shiny the coat is. By day 60, immune systems improve, coat is fuller without shedding, and you'll notice their mobility. Because of their aches and the pains in their joints are going to start to dissipate because of the live nutrients and enzymes you've added to their food. And then by day 90, heart health's improved, their immune system's through the roof, their energy level, it's incredible. Try a Jumpstart trial bag of Rough Greens for free today. Take the 90-day challenge with them. Use my code CHAD. Watch what happens. You're going to love what it does for them. They're going to love the taste. Go to roughgreens.com. Use code CHAD. Roughgreens.com. Code